You know, there was a time in my battle in the early days when I thought that a parenting plan was going to save me. I thought a good parenting plan was going to solve all of my problems. And what I realized over time is that high conflict people don't follow parenting plans. And you have a choice. You can take them in on contempt, and the bar for contempt is super fucking high. The other option you have is seeking a modification. So if you think your parenting plan is going to solve all your problems in a high conflict divorce, it probably isn't. You have to pick and choose which battles you're going to fight. You have to first figure out, is it worth fighting? Or is this something to let go of and just realize that there's always going to be problems here? This is not going to be ideal. And did you hear that crash? Someone's in the kitchen. Anyway, it's not always going to be ideal, and you're going to have to let go of a lot of things. The true, seriously high conflict cases where children are facing abuse can sometimes only be remedied in the court through numerous hearings, trials, evaluations, appeals. You know, even in the parts of my parenting plan that were super clear and there was no wiggle room, the other parent found ways to wiggle, or just completely ignore that it existed, or to say that it contradicted with another part of the parenting plan, which it didn't, but you know how they like to play. So my advice is focus on the big fish you need to fry. If there is a lot of conflict in the co-parenting relationship and it is causing problems in decision-making, joint decision-making isn't working. Talk to your lawyer about what you can do about that. Parenting plans are a beginning step. They're not usually the end. High conflict people don't stop. As soon as the ink is dry, they often start fresh. They start new fights once the ink is dry on an agreement. And all the time that I was afraid of court, and all the times I tried to avoid court, looking back, it was the only option for my case. And I was also able to prove that in all the ways that I was reasonable and flexible and tried to resolve the issues outside of court. So yeah, while court should be a place of last resort, it's often unavoidable in high conflict situations.